Okay, how are you guys? Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, how are you?
Not
Feeling
bad.
I'm fine.
Good? Feeling good? Hello?
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad. Okay, aku pikir kalian feeling good. Like I should. Okay, well. Okay, so my name is Alan, and this session we're gonna talk about reading. But let me ask you the question. So in the previous session, like what did you learn about? Di session sebelumnya kalian belajar tentang apa?
Listening and structure.
Hah?
Listening and structure.
Structure.
Yes.
Listening.
Listening or structure?
A structure. The new
Structure.
The latest one is structure.
Yang right before this, yang tepat sebelum ini. Is it structure?
Structure.
Structure. Okay, good. Okay. And now we're gonna talk about reading. Okay. So what I'm going to ask you is, okay, let me see. So I'm gonna ask you first thing first. Aku mau tanya dulu. So, do you know or do you remember how many questions do you have in reading? In reading, how many questions do you have? Huh?
Lupa.
No, I don't remember.
Lupa. Okay. So, reading. In reading, how many questions do you have? Atau adakah di antara kalian, ada di antara saya, is there any one of you here who has ever taken a Toefl test before?
Never.
Nope.
Never.
Not yet.
Never? Belum ada sama sekali yang nggak ada sama sekali yang udah pernah ambil tes?
Pernahnya simulasi.
Simulation, good, it's okay. So simulation test. Okay, do you still remember how many questions do you have in reading in simulation test?
No, I didn't count that.
You don't count it, okay. Well, in reading, you will have 50 questions. Okay. And then now the next question, do you remember how much time do you have or how much time are you given to do 50 questions in reading? How much time?
For about 20 minutes.
Huh?
For about 20 minutes, around 20 minutes.
20 minutes? Can you go a little bit higher or longer than 20 minutes?
25
35 minutes. 35 minutes, maybe?
Higher, please, higher.
40 minutes. 40 minutes.
Oh, no. Higher.
55 minutes.
Huh?
60 minutes. 1 hour.
5 minutes. 1 hour?
2 hours.
Too much. 1 hour is too much.
We
You
not
need
really
to
know.
getting short a little bit.
55 minutes. 55.
Sorry?
55 minutes.
Exactly. 55 minutes. Good.
Exactly.
Yay. Applause. Okay. Okay, yes, you're gonna have 55 minutes. So now my question, let's think logically. If you have got 50 questions in 55 minutes, my question, how much time do you have to do one question in reading?
Less than 2 minutes.
1 minute.
Or about around 1 minute.
And 1 minute.
70 seconds.
70 seconds to be exact, yeah? Well, so per question, okay, you've got more or less 1 minute, right? Okay, so for one question, you're gonna have around 1 minute, okay? That is in reading, okay? So you have to you have to keep in mind that one question in reading, you're gonna have around 1 minute. Now, the question is, how to answer reading question. Okay, we're gonna talk about that. How to answer reading questions. How to answer reading question. Okay. What do you think should we do at first? Or firstly, what do you think should we do in doing reading question? What is it the first thing that you need to do? Can you tell me or can you guess?
Read the question.
Wow, good, great. You need to go to the question. Good. Go to the question. Have you ever been in my session before? Sudah pernah ikut sesi saya sebelumnya?
No.
Yes? Yes or no?
I don't think so.
Huh?
I don't think so.
Oh, wait. Have you ever been in my session before?
No.
No,
Oh,
I
no.
haven't.
Okay. It means like you guessed it correctly. Yep. You menebak dengan sangat benar. So, the first thing first, to answer reading question, untuk menjawab pertanyaan reading adalah go to the question. Okay? You have to go to the question. Pergi ke questionnya terlebih dahulu. So, after that, my question is, pertanyaannya adalah, why should we go to the question first before to the text? Why should we go to the question before we go to the text? Kenapa kita harus baca questionnya dulu sebelum kita ke teksnya?
So when we read the text, we can actually conclude easily.
Yeah, okay, well, actually, that's a very great answer. So why we should go to the question first? Because we need to find out, okay, what the question wants. Okay, kita harus tahu apa yang diminta oleh questionnya, what the question wants. Okay, now in the reading there are 4 types of the questions. Okay, there are 4 types of the questions. Okay, ada 4 jenis pertanyaan in reading. The first is topic or main idea. That is the first type of the question. And then second type of the question is the detailed question. Okay. And then the third type of the question is a vocabulary question. Okay. And then the fourth type of the question is a where question. Okay. Now, let's start with the first type of the question. Main idea or topic question. How to answer topic or main idea question? How to answer that? The first thing first is, if you want to answer about topic or main idea question, what you have to do is you go to the first sentence of the paragraph. Okay, so you have to go to the first sentence of the paragraph. Okay, ke kalimat kalimat pertama paragrafnya. Okay, now let's see. Okay, I'm gonna show you. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Yep. Okay. Now, can you see the screen that I shared to you?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, good. So now, let's see here. As I told you, we have to check the question terlebih dahulu. We need to check the question first, okay? So in the question, we can see that it is, what is the main idea of this passage? Okay, what is the main idea of this passage? So when we talk about the main idea, what should we do? What should we do? Hello?
Go to first sentence.
Read the first sentence.
Good, read the first sentence. Can someone here read the first sentence of the paragraph? Ada yang bisa membaca the first sentence of the paragraph? Can you please read the first sentence of the paragraph? Hello? Please, can someone try?
Basketball was invented in 1891 by a physical education instructor in Springfield, Massachusetts, by the name of James Naismith.
Good. Basketball was invented in 1891 by a physical education instructor in Springfield, Massachusetts, by the name of James Naismith. This is the first sentence. Okay. Now, can you tell me which one? Okay, let's see one by one. Option A, the life of James Naismith. Does this option represent the first sentence of the paragraph?
No.
No, karena optionnya bilang the life of James Naismith. Kehidupan James Naismith. While first sentence, sedangkan kalimat pertamanya, dia tidak ngomongin kehidupan James Naismith, but it talks about the basketball, right? Basketball was invented, blah, 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 blah. And then B, the history of sports. Does the first sentence talk about the history of sports?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, dia menceritakan history of sports. But history of sports yang dijelaskan di first sentence, it's specific about basketball. Okay? Memang dia ngomongin sejarah olahraga, but specifically about basketball. Specifically tentang basketball. While di sini, the option B, they are talking about the history of sports in general. Sejarah olahraga secara umum. So, it means this is not the correct answer. What about C? Physical education and exercise. Physical education and exercise. Does it talk about physical education and exercise? Sentence number 1.
No.
No, okay. So the answer is D, the origin of basketball, because the first sentence talks about the origin of basketball. Remember, look at the first sentence. Lihat kalimat pertamanya. Okay? Get it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now, let's see. What about bagaimana bila we've got more than one paragraphs? Kalau lebih dari satu paragraf bagaimana? Okay, well, if there are more than one paragraphs, then what you have to do is you have to take the first sentence of each paragraph. Maka yang dilihat adalah setiap kalimat pertama of each paragraph. Okay? So for example, can you see the screen that I shared to you?
Yes.
Yes? Can you see
Yeah.
it?
Yes.
I can see it.
Okay, well, yeah. So, let's take a look at the question. Kita lihat questionnya. Questionnya adalah, which of the following would be the best title for this passage? Okay, so which of the following would be the best title? So ketika pertanyaan adalah the best title, main idea, the best topic, or what is it about? So it is about main idea. Okay, and as I told you, kita check the first sentence of the paragraph. And then kalau kita punya more than one paragraphs, then what we have to do is we have to check the first sentence of each paragraph. Now, let's see the first sentence of the first paragraph. Can someone read that for me?
Saya.
Okay, can you please?
Okay. Early maps of the North American continent showed a massive river that began in the Rocky Mountains, flowed into the Great Salt Lake, and from there continued westward into the Pacific Ocean. This
Wait.
just one sentence, right?
Yes, only the first sentence, ya. Kalimat pertamanya aja. Good. Now, what about second paragraph? Can someone read the first sentence of the second paragraph?
Anissa.
Okay.
Anissa.
This mythical river, of course, doesn't exist.
Good. Okay. So, kalimat pertama tadi bilang bahwa early maps of the North American continent, peta terdahulu dari American continent atau dari benua Amerika Utara showed a massive river, menunjukkan adanya sebuah sungai yang besar that began in the Rocky Mountains, flowed into the Great Salt Lake. Okay. And from there, continued westward into the Pacific Ocean. Dan dari sana dia menuju ke Pacific Ocean atau Samudra Pasifik. Yang second paragraph talks that this mythical river, of course, does not exist. Mythical river ini tentunya tidak lagi exist atau sudah tidak ada lagi. So, it means if we choose A, kita pilih A, early maps of North America, it only talks about the first paragraph. Hanya ngomongin first paragraph. Early maps of North America. And then if we answer C, a comparison of the Buenaventura and the Mississippi rivers, comparison antara Buenaventura and the Mississippi rivers, then it doesn't talk about first or second. Because yang first dia nggak ngomongin comparison of Buenaventura and Mississippi. And then if it is D, rivers in mythology, it means it only talks about the second paragraph. Okay? So the best answer is B, a non-existent river on maps. Okay? Non-existent river on maps. Sungai yang sudah tidak ada on maps. It means mythical rivernya does not exist, and then that is in the early map. So the best answer is B or Bravo. See, that's very easy, right? Belum ada kesulitan ya?
Belum.
No? Hello?
Hello.
No.
No. Okay, well.
No.
Find difficulties?
No.
No, okay.
yet.
So anytime you find a difficulty, please tell me no ya. Ketika ada yang sulit, just let me know, okay? Now, okay. Yep. Now let's see the example of the question, okay? Sekarang example of the question, okay? Can you see the screen that I shared to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, number 7. Which of the following best states the topic of the passage? Yang manakah best states topic of the passage? Menjelaskan topic of the passage. As I told you, what do you have to do when you do the topic question?
Read the first sentence.
Read the first sentence. Can someone please read the first sentence of the first paragraph?
Octaviani PK.
Okay, please someone.
In the first half of the 19th century, a New York newspaper, the New York Sun, successfully carried out a hoax on the American public.
Good. In the first half of the 19th century, a New York newspaper, the New York Sun, successfully carried out a hoax on the American public. Di pertengahan abad ke-19, pertengahan pertama abad ke-19, sebuah surat kabar New York, namanya The New York Sun, successfully berhasil membawa hoax on the American public, okay, di masyarakat Amerika. Now, the second paragraph. Can you read the first sentence of the second paragraph? Can someone please try it?
Me.
Okay.
On August 25, 1835, the Sun published a report that some wonderful new discoveries had been made on the moon.
Exactly. On August 25th, 1835, the Sun published reports that some wonderful new discoveries had been made on the moon. Tanggal 25 Agustus 1835, The Sun mempublikasikan reports atau laporan bahwa some wonderful new discoveries, beberapa penemuan terbaru yang mencengangkan had been made on the moon, telah dibuat di bulan. Now, the third paragraph, the first sentence of the third paragraph, who wants to try to read that?
Me.
Okay.
The effect of the false story on sales of the paper was dramatic.
Good. The effect of the false story on sales of the paper was dramatic. Efek dari cerita palsu tersebut dalam penjualannya sangat dramatic. Now, as I told you, from the first, second, and the third paragraph, kita jadikan satu. Which one is the most representative? So A, B, C, D. Which one do you think is the most representative sentence of that passage? Which one? Is it A, B, C, or D?
C.
A, B, C, or D?
A,
C.
Huh?
E,
A, B, C, or D?
maybe E.
Yep, okay, we'll see. Okay, sekarang kalau kita bilang a 19th century discovery on the moon, penemuan abad ke-19 di bulan. Does it talk about second and the third paragraph?
No.
No, ya kan? Oke, karena dia hanya ngobrolin the first, second paragraph, discoveries on the moon. Okay, what about the New York Sun? Does it cover first, second, and the third paragraph?
No.
No, karena dia hanya ngomongin the New York Sun secara general. What about C? A hoax and its effect. Does it cover the first, the second, and the third paragraph?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. It talks about first, second, and the third. So the answer is
C.
C. Okay, a hoax and its effect. What about number 8? What do you think is it the answer? The main point. What is it? The main point of the passage.
B.
B.
Huh?
B.
Bravo or delta?
B.
Bravo.
Bravo.
Father.
Good. The
Father.
increased sales when it tricked the public with a false story. That is bravo. Clear?
Clear.
Okay.
Clear.
Yeah, oh yeah, okay. Good. Okay, now let's go to the next type of the question. Do you still remember what is the next type of the question? I told you that there are 3 types of the questions in reading. The first is topic, and then the second is? What is it? The second type of the question?
Main idea.
Huh? What is it?
Forget.
Huh?
First, yeah. I'm sorry, but I forgot.
What is it? The second?
Oh, detail.
Detail. Good. Okay. So let's talk about the
The
detail
detail
question.
vocabulary.
Okay. Detail question. Okay. How to answer detail question. Okay. Bagaimana cara answer detail question? So how to answer detail question? How to answer detail question. So in answering detailed question, what you have to do is find the key word.
Word.
Exactly. Okay. Find the keyword.
Keyword.
Okay. Find the keyword. Now, for example, okay. Yep. Okay. Can you see the screen that I shared to you?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So now, let's take a look at the question. Tetap ya, mau dia detail question, mau dia topic, mau dia vocabulary, or dia malware question, what you have to check is the question dulu. Lihat questionnya terlebih dahulu. So it says, according to the passage, the oldest flutes, okay, keywordnya adalah the oldest flute, okay, the oldest flute. So the oldest flute, go to the passage. Which line talks about the oldest flute? Which line?
Line 5.
Line?
Line
Five.
just line 5.
Line 5? Here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, it starts from line 3, okay? From the oldest noun flutes. Can someone please read the sentence?
The oldest known flutes are about 20,000 years old. They were made from hollowed out bones with holes cut in them.
Good. So now, what is it the answer? Is it A, B, C, D?
C.
That is?
No, C.
It's
A.
A.
It's A.
Well, B. Were made of metal. Was it made of metal?
No.
Made
No,
from
it is
It's made from hollowed out bones.
exactly from the bones dari tulang. And then were made 200,000 years ago, 200.000 tahun yang lalu?
No.
No, it was
No, it's made 20,000 years.
yep, 20,000. And had complicated set of levers and pads. Well, we do not know about that. Ya kan, kita nggak tahu apakah dia punya complicated set of levers and pads. So that's why the answer is A. Okay. And then number 2, the passage indicates that James Gilway's flute is made of. Which line talks about James Gilway's flute? Which one?
the last.
The last
The last?
line.
Yeah, the last line, okay? The instrument belonging to well-known flautist James Gilway is not just made of any metal. It is made of gold. So the answer is
Gold.
D. Good.
Gold.
Yeah, as easy as that, as simple as that. Semudah itu, okay? So now let's try, okay, to do the exercise, okay? Yep. Okay. Okay, now here we go. Let me share my screen to you. Can you see the screen that I shared?
Yeah.
Okay, so now can you please try to do number 3 until number 5 in 3 minutes? Can you please try to do number 3 until number 5 in 3 minutes? Yes, okay, so 3 minutes starting from now. Okay, so number 3, what is it, the answer? Which of the following is true about the hair of animals?
Bravo.
It's
Bravo.
Bravo, yes. The ancestor of humans had a lot more hair than humans. They had thick all over their bodies. What about number 4? A, B, C, D?
Delta.
Duck.
Yes. Delta. The hair on the body began to thin out. What about number 5? The alder indicates that one of the purposes of hair on the head is to
C.
ensure that the head is warm. Karena dia bilang bahwa keep the head warm and prevent so much heat from escaping through the scalp. Good. See, gampang kan? It's very easy, right? Okay. Now, the next question. Do you still remember what is it? The next question. What is it? The next question.
Vocabulary.
Vocabulary, good. Ini yang sering banget menjadi momok atau it's going to be very scary. Banyak banget yang bilang susah banget kalau kita ngomongin vocabulary question. Well, actually, it is not hard if you know how to do it. Okay, if you know how to do it. Kalau tahu bagaimana cara mengerjakannya. So now I'm gonna share how to do vocabulary question. Okay, so vocabulary question. Okay, so in vocabulary questions, what you have to do is you need to check the context. That's all. Cukup cek the context. Hanya perlu melihat konteksnya. What you mean, Mr. Allen, by checking the context? It means you need to look around. Okay, look around. Okay, let's see here. Okay, yep. So, the example, Questionnya dia bilang, a geranium is probably which of the following? Geranium is probably which of the following? Kira-kira geranium itu apa? Now, if we take a look at the passage, geranium, large, growing in a pot. Sesuatu yang besar dan dia tumbuh di dalam pot. So, suatu yang besar dan tumbuh di dalam pot, what is it?
A plant.
A plant.
Plant.
See? As simple as that. Semudah itu. Okay? Segampang itu. Now, let's see the example of the questions. Okay? Sorry. Okay. Yep. Okay. Can you see the screen that I share?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So now let's see number 1. The word pigment in line 2. But remember ya, semudah-mudahnya, segampang-gampangnya vocabulary, you have to check the context. Dia konteksnya adalah line 2. So, kita harus cek yang ada di line 2. Bayangkan, imagine if you do not check the passage. Kalau you nggak ngecek the passage, which one do you think is the answer? Pigment. Is it skin, muscle, tissue, or color? Tanpa membaca teksnya.
In maybe?
Color. Or
Color.
skin.
Oke, kalau you tidak melihat teksnya, you will consider the answer is color. You akan menganggap jawabannya adalah color. And then, when you take a look at the text, then you will see, okay, that the context here is based on the context in line 2. So, if we take a look at line 2 here, line 2, so this one, okay, pigment is something that colors the eyes. Pigment adalah yang mewarnai mata. So, what is it? Yang mewarnai mata. Is it the skin, muscle, tissue, or color?
Color.
That is tissue, which is jaringan.
Jaringan.
Yes, tissue is jaringan. So, yang mewarnai mata bukan warna, right? Bukan pewarna, but it is a tissue or a jaringan. Okay, so that is called tissue, the answer. And then, what about number 2? What do you think is the answer? The word surface in line 2 is closest in meaning to
Top.
top. Yes, surface, it means at the top. Can you please try number 3 and number 4? Okay, which one do you think it is? I'll give you 2 minutes. Okay, so what is it? The answer for number 3?
Is it lasting?
Huh?
Lasting.
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 Yes,
Okay.
good. The answer is bravo, lasting. What about number 4? The word points in line 7. What is it?
Time.
Time.
Time. Good. Okay. As I told you, you have to check the context. Okay. Now, let's try again. Okay. Okay. Now, can you try this one? No, not this one. Okay. So this, can you please try this in 3 minutes? All right, no, in 2 minutes. 2 minutes only. Can you please try it in 2 minutes? Okay, so what is it, the answer for number 5? Hello? The word favorite.
C or A maybe?
What is it? In line 3, based on the context. Line 3, dia bilang bahwa in an extremely popular spice in many cultures and is in fact the world's second favorite spice after salt. So what is it?
Most popular.
Most popular. Good. And then what about number 6? The word species in line 3. What is it?
Types.
Types. Good. Number 7. The word mild in line 4. What is it?
Delicate test.
A.
Okay, line 4. So there are more than 100 species of chili peppers. Okay. Some which are quite mild and others which are incredibly hot and spicy. Jadi mild di sini adalah lawannya hot and spicy. So what is it?
Charlie.
That is
Delicate tasting.
delicate testing. Good. And then number 8, jam in line 6. What is it?
Something to
Container
eat.
of chilies.
Yeah.
Container of
Jam
chilies.
is something to eat. Good. What about number 9? Protect against. Line 8. In addition, in Panama, these peppers were used to protect. Huh?
D maybe?
Hunting.
Given against.
Exactly.
Duck.
Exactly, that's delta, to defend against. Okay, so untuk mempertahankan diri. Good. Now, do you still remember the last type of the question?
Where question?
Where question. Good. That is the easiest type of the question. Ini soal yang paling gampang. Because your job is just to answer where. For example, like this. Where in the passage does the author define the word capital? Di manakah di bacaan does the author define the word capital? Mendefinisikan kata capital. So where is it? The definition in line.
Line 3.
Line
Definition. Line
Line
4. The definition, ya. Capital is the location of the center government. Okay, good. What about number 2? Where in the passage does the author mention where US capital can be found? Location, tempatnya capital.
Line 6 to 8.
Exactly, line 6 to 8. As simple as that, right? Gampang banget. So, hanya tentang how to find out where. But still, you have to be careful. Okay? Jangan digampangkan. Next, for example. Okay, here. Okay. For example, question number 1. Okay. Yep. Where in the passage does the author mention what heats the water in a geyser? Apa yang memanaskan air di geyser? Can you tell me where is it? Line?
E
1 and 2.
1
1 and 2. Good. What about number 2? The author indicates how often Old Faithful erupts in. Seberapa sering Old Faithful erupts in?
Line 5 and 6.
Yep, that is 5 and 6. Karena dia bilang adalah once an hour. Setiap 1 jam. And then number 3. Where in the passage does the author said how long it has been since a volcano erupted?
Line
7.
Line 7.
7.
Wait. Yep, line 7. Good. For 70,000 years. See, everything is very easy, right? Thank you so much. Semoga ilmunya bermanfaat. I hope that everything will be good. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.
You're welcome.